everyone, this is me Sahitya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll discuss about cabinet committees. So let's begin. So first of all, we'll discuss cabinet committees are the small group of senior ministers constituted to assist the cabinet and in the efficient functioning of the government. Since the cabinet cannot discuss every single issues in in detail, these committees examine important matters, take decision on routine issues and make recommendation to the cabinet. So this topic is very important for UPSC prelims, GS paper 2 and judiciary and the state PCS, and also it helps in interviews. So first of all, that we covered some basic things. Okay, so let's move to the constitutional position. So cabinet committees is an extra constitutional body and created by prime minister, and legal status will be executive rules of business. So important fact, cabinet committees are not mentioned in the constitution. They are constituted under Government of India Act 1968 61. So it is also called transaction of business. So we'll move to the introduction. So cabinet committees are formed to reduce the workload of cabinets and ensure quicker decision making and improve coordination among ministries and examine specialized issue in cabinet uh, in detail. So what is the definition? So definition, cabinet committees are committees of selected cabinet ministers formed to examine specific issues and assist the cabinet in policy making and administration. So why are the cabinet committees needed? So the cabinet committee have vast number of issues every day. So instead of discussing every matter in the full cabinet, specialized committee examine subjects in detail. For example, a proposal related to the national defense is first examined by the cabinet committee on the security before major decisions are taken. So what are the features? So features of CC, cabinet committees. So first one is small groups of senior ministers, usually chaired by the prime minister, though some may be chaired by another senior minister, and can be permanent or temporary, and facilitate faster governance and improve inner ministerial coordination. We'll move to the types of CC, cabinet committees. So there are two types of cabinet committees. So first one is standing cabinet committees and second one is ad hoc. So we'll discuss first standing committees. So permanent committee is dealing with recurring subjects. For example, cabinet committee on security, cabinet committee on economic affairs, and appointment committee of the cabinet. So we'll move to the second one, ad hoc committee. Okay, so created for a specific purpose, dissolve after completing the assigned task. We'll move to the example. So example is a committee formed to examine a major one-time administration reforms. So we'll move to the major cabinet committees. So first one is cabinet committee on security, CCS. Okay, so who is the chairperson? Chairperson will be prime minister, and members are generally includes defense minister, home minister, and finance minister, and also external affair minister. So what are the functions? So functions will be national security, defense policy, and internal security, and nuclear policy, and also strategic affairs. For example, approving major defense acquisitions or reviving national security matters. So we'll move to the second one. Okay, so second one will be cabinet committee on economic affairs, CCEA. Okay, so who will be the chairperson? So chairperson will be, as usual, prime minister mostly. What are the functions? So functions will be economic policies, industrial development, investment proposals, pricing policy, infrastructure projects, and what is what are the examples? So examples will be approving large infrastructure projects or economic reforms. So third one, appointment committee of the cabinet, which is also called ACC. So who will be the chairperson? So chairperson will be prime minister, and members are prime minister and home minister. What are the functions? So function will be makes appointment to top government posts, and example will be appointment of secretaries to the government of India and heads of major public sector organizations. So we'll move to the fourth one, cabinet committee on parliament affairs, which is also called CCPA. CCPA. What are the functions? So functions are decides the parliamentary agenda and recommends summoning and proroguing parliament. So to start and to end parliament. And third one will be coordinates government business in parliament. So we'll move to the example. So example, preparing the legislative agenda for a parliamentary session. So we'll move to the fifth one, Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs, which is also called CCPA. CCPA, often called Super Cabinet. So functions are political issues, center-state relations, and coalition management, and internal policy political matters. So we'll move to the example. So example, discussing politically sensitive policy issues before cabinet approval. So we'll move to the sixth one. So Cabinet Committee on Investment and Growth, which is also called CCIG. So when constituted, it was. So functions are speed up investment decisions and remove delays in major projects and promote economic growth. Examples will be reviewing re, re, reviewing stalled infrastructure projects. So we'll move to the discussion, cabinet committees versus cabinet. So in the left side cabinet and right side cabinet committees. So cabinet will be larger body and cabinet committees are smaller body. And cabinet will be includes all cabinet ministers and cabinet committees are selected cabinet ministers. So cabinet will be in cabinet takes final policy decisions and cabinet committee examines issue in detail and may take decisions within its mandate. So we'll move to the second statement. So cabinet meets regularly and cabinet committees meets as required. So we'll move to the cabinet committees versus councils of ministers. That about councils of minister we already discussed. So councils of minister and cabinet committee. So we'll move to the first one. In councils of minister include all ministers and cabinet committee only selected cabinet members, also ministers. And councils of minister is constitutional body and cabinet committee is extra constitutional body. And councils of minister are larger is executive body and cabinet committee will be a specialized committee. So we'll move to the advantage. So what are the advantage of cabinet committees? So advantages are faster decision making, reduce workload of the cabinet, and better policy coordination, and specialized examination of issues, and efficient governance, and improves administrative effectiveness. What are the limitations? So limitations will be concentration of decision making among a small group and less participation by other ministers, and decision may depend heavily on the committee's composition. And we'll move to the important facts. So important facts are prime minister decides number of committees, memberships and functions, and cabinet committee can take decisions within delegated powers, recommend matters to the cabinet. And what is the kitchen cabinet? So we'll move to the kitchen cabinet. So kitchen cabinet is different from cabinet committees. So kitchen cabinet and cabinet committees are two different things. So first, in kitchen cabinet, informal group, and in cabinet committees are formal committee. So in kitchen cabinet, no legal status and created under executive rules if you talk about cabinet committees. And in kitchen cabinet may include non-ministers and cabinet committee has only ministers. And kitchen cabinet advises PM informally and cabinet committees deals with official government business. Example, a prime minister may consult trusted advisor informally before a cabinet committee considers a proposal. So we'll move to the prelims revision table. So committee and main functions. So cabinet committee on security functions defense and national security, and cabinet committee on economic affairs functions economy and investments, and appointments committee of the cabinet functions senior appointments, and cabinet committee on parliamentary affairs functions parliament business, and cabinet committee on political affairs functions political issues. And mnemonic, so SEAPP. Okay, so S stand for security, E stand for economic affairs, and A stand for appointments, and P stand for parliamentary affairs, and P stand for political affairs. So we'll move to the some UPSC prelims important facts. So first is cabinet committees are extra constitutional body and they are constituted under a Government of India Act 1961, which is also called Transaction of Business. Also, next one, they may be standing or ad hoc that we have already discussed. There are two types of committees, standing first and second one is ad hoc. So the Prime Minister generally chairs the most important cabinet committees. Mostly, the Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs is often called Super Cabinet. An appointment committee of the Cabinet makes appointment to senior civil services posts. And we'll move to the men's value addition. Observation by M. Lakshmikant. Cabinet committees improve administrative efficiency by enabling a specializing, a specialized and quicker decision making, thereby reducing the workload of the cabinet.